What if Windbreaker Chapter 226 marks the beginning of an entirely new conflict for Bofferin? The recent developments have shown that the story is becoming less about random street fights and more about the emotional growth of every major character. Sokolov has changed tremendously since joining Furin High School, but his greatest challenge may still be waiting for him. One possible direction is that the chapter opens with an unusually quiet morning. The streets appear peaceful, and the members of Bofferin are carrying on with their normal routines. However, something feels different. Instead of joking with one another, everyone seems more thoughtful after the recent events. Sokolov may be standing alone, replaying everything that happened in his mind. Every battle has taught him something new, but he now realizes that physical strength alone cannot solve every problem. Winning a fight is one thing, but protecting everyone he cares about is something much more difficult. At the same time, Naire notices that Sokolov has become quieter than usual. Rather than asking directly, he simply watches from a distance. Naire understands that Sokolov has always struggled to express his emotions, and he believes his friend is trying to figure something out on his own. Meanwhile, Suo continues acting calm, but his expression suggests he is hiding something. Although he smiles during conversations, there are small moments where he seems distracted. His friends begin to notice these subtle changes, creating a feeling that another important revelation could be approaching. As classes continue, rumors begin spreading around the school. Students whisper that unfamiliar faces have been seen near the areas Bofferin usually patrols. Nobody knows exactly who they are, but they don't seem to be ordinary troublemakers. Instead of rushing into action, Yumiya decides to gather everyone after school. He reminds the group that reacting without understanding the situation could play directly into an enemy's plan. His calm leadership immediately settles everyone's nerves, but Sokolov still feels restless elsewhere. The story may briefly shift to a mysterious location where several unknown individuals are discussing Bofferin. Their leader remains hidden in the shadows, making it impossible to identify them. Rather than mocking Bofferin, they speak with respect, acknowledging that defeating Sokuro's group will require careful planning instead of brute force. One member suggests launching a direct attack immediately. However, the leader refuses. According to them, the fastest way to defeat a strong group is not by overpowering its strongest fighter, but by destroying the trust between its members. Back at Furin, the group decides to split into smaller patrol teams. Sokolov joins Naire and Suo as they walk through familiar neighborhoods. At first, everything appears normal. Shop owners greet them, children wave happily, and local residents thank Bofferin for protecting the area. Suddenly, they notice something unusual. Several shops have closed much earlier than usual. Streets that are normally full of people now seem strangely empty. Even the atmosphere feels heavier. Naire quietly points out that someone appears to be following them from a distance. Every time they turn around, the mysterious figure disappears into another street. Sokolov wants to chase them immediately, but Suo advises him to stay calm. Acting recklessly may be exactly what the enemy wants. The patrol continues until sunset. As darkness slowly covers the city, the feeling of danger becomes stronger. Sokolov realizes that this isn't a coincidence. Someone has been carefully observing every movement Bofferin makes. The chapter could end its first half with Sokolov looking across the rooftops, where a single shadow briefly appears before disappearing into the night. Without saying a word, Sokolov understands that the real battle hasn't started yet. It has only been prepared. As night falls, the tension only continues to rise. Sokuro's instincts tell him that something is about to happen, even though the streets remain silent. Instead of feeling fear, he feels responsibility. For the first time, his greatest concern isn't himself, it's everyone depending on him. Meanwhile, Yumiya receives unexpected information from another patrol team. Several suspicious individuals have been spotted moving through different parts of town. None of them start fights. Instead, they simply watch from a distance before disappearing. This strange behavior convinces Yumiya that their opponent is collecting information rather than looking for a quick victory. He immediately orders every patrol group to remain connected and avoid acting alone. However, Sokuro's team suddenly hears shouting from a nearby street. They rush toward the noise, expecting to find an ordinary fight. Instead, they discover frightened local students surrounded by several unknown delinquents. The confrontation begins with words rather than punches. The mysterious group claims they have no interest in harming innocent people. Instead, they challenge Boffurin's reputation, questioning whether its members truly deserve the respect they've earned. Sokolov immediately steps forward, refusing to let anyone intimidate the people under Boffurin's protection. The enemy leader smiles, almost as if this reaction was expected. Rather than attacking, the group slowly backs away, leaving behind only a warning. They promise that the next meeting won't end peacefully. This unexpected retreat leaves everyone confused. Nare quickly realizes the encounter was meant to test Sokolov's personality. The enemy wanted to see exactly how he would respond under pressure. Later that evening, the team gathers to discuss what happened. Each member offers a different interpretation of the enemy's actions. Some believe a massive battle is approaching. Others think the mysterious group is trying to manipulate Boffurin into making the first mistake. Sokolov remains silent for most of the discussion. Instead of reacting emotionally, he carefully thinks through every possibility. His teammates begin noticing how much his leadership has matured. The impulsive fighter from earlier chapters is slowly becoming someone capable of making difficult decisions just when everyone believes the night is finally over. A phone call changes everything. One of Boffurin's allies reports seeing several unknown fighters gathering near an important part of town. Before they can explain further, the call suddenly ends. Without hesitation, Sokolov, Suo, Nare, and the others race toward the location. The final pages build suspense with quick scenes of empty streets, flashing lights, and distant footsteps echoing through the night. As Sokolov reaches the destination, he notices several familiar faces already standing there. Staring silently at someone hidden in the darkness, the mysterious figure finally steps forward, although the chapter doesn't reveal their full identity. They confidently state that everything happening so far has been only the opening move. Their real objective is to challenge Boffurin's unity, not simply its fighting strength. Sokolov takes one step forward while the rest of his team stands beside him. Nobody says a word. Both sides understand that the next confrontation could decide the future of their town. The final panel ends with both groups facing each other under the city lights, leaving readers wondering who will make the first move in the next chapter.